Hi, my name is Maddie. I am a high school math teacher, and we are going to tackle this problem right here. So the first thing that I want to look at, first of all, I want to note that the answers that the person provided on this question does not match the content that's in the question. So we're going to ignore those. I already covered it up with a white box. But first, I want us to look at what this whole question is about, okay? So when we're dealing with word problems, we want to take it apart piece by piece and look at all the information that it's going to give us. So the first thing that I noticed as I'm just reading through the question, I'm just going to highlight, underline, circle, mark, somehow information, any numbers really that I think are going to be important to me. So I'm going to read this out loud and model for you how I would solve this. So the question says the cost of a print manual is $20. Okay, so a print manual is $20. I'm going to circle that. I'm going to keep that away somewhere. And 10 cents for each page. Okay, we're dealing with some money. We're printing some manuals. Victoria, she orders a manual that costs $28. The cost is $28. Which equation below could be used to determine the number of pages in the manual? So we want to write an equation that's going to help us figure out how many pages this manual has, okay? So what I know first is that the total cost means total. So the whole thing she paid was $28. So I know she paid $28. That's what we're starting with. And $28 is going to be equal to, where does that $28 come from? How did this print shop figure that out? Well, they went from their base standard. So at the beginning of the problem, I had circled those two components, that 10 cents for each page. So 10 cents per page, plus 20 initial dollars. So I started with this initial $20. That's a base. That's not going to change. I want to put the number of pages multiplied by 10 cents so that we get that added on to whatever this 20 is. That's why this plus sign goes here. We're adding it to that 20. And we know that Victoria's manual cost $28. So this is the equation that we set up, and we would solve for P. But what it sounds like is that it wants you to pick from a list of equations, so it doesn't really ask for us to solve anything. So your final answer would be 28 equals 10 1/10 P plus 20.